All right, welcome Team Energy. If you guys don't know, this is time limited. Whoa, hello.
Sorry.
Melody has arrived.
I had the Tower Garden video play and I was like, woo!
Okay, so welcome to our Team Tuesday call. I'm so excited, you guys, after coming back from conference, and just timing has never been more exciting for our company, but especially for our team. So you guys are going to hear some of the great stuff from conference, but just the synergy and the excitement that we have in our team right now is just at an all-time high, and I am just so excited to be a part of this team. I love you guys more than I can say, and I'm just so excited that as we encourage each other and bring out the best in each other, we're just going to impact more and more lives. So I want to remind you that our goal this month for March Madness is to hit 600 customers. And when we do that, I will be accepting a challenge from you guys to do something pretty crazy. And I'm still accepting ideas. So you have about a week left until I decide. I mean, I've heard everything from dye my hair teal to get a one simple change tattoo on my butt cheek. So I'm still open to ideas if you guys want me to. I mean, I was kind of thinking like polar plunge or dance on stage in a tutu or something crazy, you know. Oh, that was Rebecca Downing's thing. So anyways, keep the ideas coming. It's just really fun. And, you know, we want to be the team that has fun, and fun is contagious. So you guys think of something really cool. Can you guys all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Tara, maybe you just need to turn your volume up, girl. Okay, awesome. So I wanted to start by just sharing a few things that were amazing takeaways for me from our president, Jay Martin, and also our CEO, Paulo Teixeira. And I'm just so impressed with our corporate office, you guys. Like, our leadership is incredible. And if you haven't gotten a chance to be at an event where you've kind of gotten to meet our corporate staff, just absolutely amazing. The leadership and just the quality of people that are directing Juice Plus and you know, going to lead us into the future. So Jay Martin has been our president and founder for 40 years. And this was my absolute favorite thing that he said. He said a lot of great nuggets. He tells stories. And but my absolute favorite, can you go check on my girl? She's screaming. Go now, quickly. My absolute favorite thing that he said was, oh geez, go now, quickly. Okay, sorry, getting my 9-year-old to go check on the girls. Was that loving what you do is important. And I remember it just jumped out at me because I immediately thought, oh my gosh, I love what I do. Loving what you do is important, but loving who you do it with is far more important. And I am so grateful that we just have a team full of incredible love for each other, and that as we do this journey together and do this business together and, you know, just create this environment that we love on everybody who comes into our Juice Plus family, whether they come in as customers or they come in as team members, that we just love them. And, you know, when Brandy Foss shared with us on our last Team Tuesday call last month, she talked about loving and hugging on people and then trusting the process. So I just thought that was a great foundation to start with. And I am going to be using that quote every launch call now, because I just thought it was so powerful. And that really is the foundation of what we do, is loving people enough to invite them to the Juice Plus family, whether they see them as customers or team members. So that is amazing that we get to love on people every single day. And Paulo shared about the leading with a mission, and that we are a mission-driven company. And he shared these 6 core values of our company, and I wanted to share them with you. Number 1, longevity. Number 2, authenticity. Number 3, quality. I mean, you guys aren't convinced about the quality of Juice Plus and what we value. It's amazing. And we've got some new Farm Fresh videos out that are going to be even showing that even more. Number 4, community, that we feel like the community and the camaraderie of the people is so important in helping our customers get a great health experience and our team members getting a great business experience. So always be connecting people to our community. And it's a community based in love. So that is why it's so powerful. And simplicity is number 5, keeping things simple. And then number 6 is being approachable. Just being real and answering questions. And our corporate staff does a really great job at that in being approachable. Not necessarily transparent, because there's things that, we're a business. There's proprietary processes with Juice Plus, and there's financial things that we don't discuss because we are a private company, which is wise. But being approachable and being willing to have discussions with people and answer questions. And I just have the utmost respect for that. So there's just some things from the leadership, just to remind you guys what a great company we're a part of. And so now some of our leaders are going to share their takeaways, and we're going to go first to Kylie, and she's going to share about Shannon Miller.
So we started the night on Thursday night with Shannon Miller, and it was amazing because, as you all know, she is one of the most decorated gymnasts of the USA, and just hearing from her was so awesome. Her talk was called the Gold Medal Mindset, and what really stuck out to me was that she kept an index card in her duffel bag, and on the front of the index card, it was her big goal. On the back of the index card was the steps, the individual steps that she needed to accomplish to get her to that big goal. And she said that she would keep that down, tucked inside her duffel bag. And one morning, she woke up. It was a Saturday morning after she had been training in the gym all night before Friday night, got home at 9 o'clock at night, ate dinner, went to bed, was back up at 6 to do more workouts in the gym. Fruit Loops while she would go and spend all day long at the gym. And what she did is she reached down and she grabbed her dreams, which was specifically that index card, and she reminded herself what she wanted. And as a young girl, being so driven to get that, it just motivated me, and it just started off a phenomenal weekend to be focused, having your dreams like in the future so that you can go and attain those. So that's what I took away from Shannon Miller, and it was amazing, and it really started the conference off.
Awesome. Then we're going to go right to Melody.
Okay, so I have a screen that I was going to share with you guys, but she pretty much covered it all. So no worries. Okay, so I get to share with you the things that Can you mute everybody? Rebecca, can you mute them all?
I don't know if I can, because I'm at the...
Can everybody mute themselves?
Yeah, everyone mute themselves.
Really loud. I can't hear anything. Okay. There we go. Thank you. All right, so we are having a new product. Woohoo! This is called the Juice Plus Omega Blend, and it's staged launch because they're gonna give it to, ready for this, NMDs first, whoop, whoop, to let them try it out, make any changes that need to be changed first, and see kind of how it goes. And ready for this, these guys are from whole food sources that are plants. I love it. I think it's so exciting. There's a bunch of different types of nuts, and I'm guessing like, it's kind of like, fish, you take omegas from fish. Well, fish, eat sometimes, plants, right? So we're cutting out the middleman. So it's definitely unique to the market, and it fits us so awesome. I'm so excited about this because, I looked for something to take when I was pregnant, and, I definitely think this is going to take care of that huge compliment, which is so fantastic. I love it. Another thing that she talked about already, the vision, but we also we support some awesome people, guys. And if you don't know this already, we support the Volunteers of America. Hold on. And for the Volunteers of America, they have already given out 353,000 meals to 40 different locations. And that's not the end of it, because we are reaching a grand total of 10 million. And I do believe it's in 5 years that they're going to do that, which is just awesome. So I'm super excited about that. Boys and Girls Club are being donated Tower Gardens. And if you don't know about that product or that, that purpose and that drive that they're trying to do behind that, definitely research on your Tower Garden aspect of your virtual franchise, because virtual office, because it talks about, to be able to get a Tower Garden in a Boys and Girls Club, there are some steps. So if you have, if it resonates in your heart to help these kids out because they're learning about nutrition. I mean, think about it. They service over millions of children. And, if you think about it, they are in the heart of most cities, which are hit most detrimental. And working in the inner city school for 5 years, I can tell you they don't eat healthy. And their food that goes home with them, which is nice that the schools donate that, but it's a bunch of, processed junk. So here they get to learn about how to grow food, harvest their food, market their food, and sell their food, which is just amazing. That's all through Memphis. They're doing that right now in the Memphis Culinary Center. And then last one but not least, which is definitely dear to my heart because I have just signed on, like with my sister, to do the half marathon in Nashville. But St. Jude Children's Research Hospital raised over $8.2 million in December for their last race. And that is phenomenal. I think it's amazing. And they shared about how not only does, when the St. Jude's Hospital was first started, they went out and they were going to be different. And they accepted anybody who was going to go there, that children had cancer. And they made sure that any hotel around that area, including African Americans, would be able to get into hotels. They were established in the late 60s. So during a very detrimental time in our history, a huge history movement, they had this kind of flowing through. So I'm super excited about that. And I just know that you guys are excited about that too. And it's so much fun. So that is from Paulo. And that is the news update for Juice Plus from the 2016 Phoenix Conference.
Okay. So
awesome. Thanks, Melody. Yeah, you guys know who's going?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome.
Okay, so I was told to recap Kimberly's speech, and I was actually traveling with my husband in the car. We had an 1.5-hour drive to get back home, and I wasn't at Phoenix, but thanks to Heather Crawford. Thank you so much, Heather, for recording that, because I felt like I still got to be a part of something. Uh-oh.
You're good.
Oh, sorry. But it made talk about team energy, like from afar even. I felt like I was there, still a part of the team, and just on fire about what was going on at conference and what Kimberly was talking about. It was just truly amazing. But my main thing I was thinking for me and my team is we're in an area that doesn't really know about Juice Plus still a lot, and, people question us, and just her, talk on being responsible for the energy we bring. She said you can either affect people by your energy or you can be affected by their energy. So, just thinking about, my attitude even as a team leader and with, all our distributors and like what responsibility, like the attitude, and just for my why, like I was just thinking, is our why worth fighting for? Like what she said, like, is your why so strong? Is it worth fighting for? Is it strong enough to bring you to emotion? So I was thinking, is getting people healthy, worth this fight? And absolutely. And I'm sitting here with 2 other people, like it's thinking back to our why. We're not only changing, individual lives, but whole families' lives. And it's pretty incredible. And just, I was just moved by the whole speech. So if you haven't watched it, go on Team Passion and Energy and upload her speech. Just she talks about being contagious and how to create a movement, and you know, your commitment and your trust with your sponsor, and you know, basically what she always says, trust it because it's all in you, and it absolutely is in all of us. If I can do it, if Kimberly can do it, if any of us can do it, then all our new team, and just to motivate them. So that's what I got from your speech, Kimberly.
Way to go, Tara. Okay, well, I think I'm after you. So I'm Alice, and I was supposed to share about the NMD speeches, and specifically Deanne Rose. She's a new national marketing director out of Florida. And if any of you all were at the Nashville conference, she heard about Juice Plus from Dr. Valerie Miles in her pediatrician office. And I was just really blown away by her speech because of a few things that she said. And I'm just going to read a little bit of it, but I watched it again today. She sent me a bootleg copy of her NMD speech so I could watch it again. And I know I'm going to return to it because it made me cry. But she opened up her speech just telling her kids that this speech was dedicated to them, and her national marketing director pursuit was in honor of them. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. I have borrowed wireless, so. But anyway, she dedicated her speech to her kids who weren't there, and then also just drew attention to the fact that her husband was so supportive of her. And it was just really cool the way that she incorporated, you know, that these are the people that were the reason why she went to national marketing director, not the excuse. And she said that she went to school. Her husband had a master's degree, but they were still in a ton of debt, and they had jobs, and she actually stayed at home with their kids. But something that she said that really stuck out to me was that they had a ton of credit card debt, but it wasn't from things like fancy cars or vacations, but it was for simply putting food on the table, and like rice and beans is what she said. And kind of just reminding us all that we shouldn't prejudge people, even if on the outside they look like they're doing really well, because they might be struggling silently. And we need to be bold and share this with people, no matter what their life looks like, because they might want time freedom. They might want money, and they might want to be a part of a mission that's actually changing people's DNA. So I was just really inspired by that. And then another thing, just because it said on the thing that I was going to talk about NMD speeches, Ellie Shepley is a new national marketing director out of New York City. And she shared a really funny story about her boyfriend telling her that she was an embarrassment to them because she was sharing Juice Plus, and he just basically said, "You're embarrassing yourself, like stop what you're doing." And her mom got her on a 3-way phone call with their friend Karen Jones, who's a regional director. And Karen said to her, the world doesn't need another scared person behind a desk. The world needs people who are going out there and sharing a mission of help and hope and finances with other people. And that just fires me up, because I've never really thought about it that way, but that's really, a lot of people are just scared and they want to do something safe. And the world doesn't need any more people like that. So many people do that. They need people that are on fire with a passion. And so I'm just really excited to be a part of that. So those were some of my favorite NMD moments.
Awesome. Go ahead, Heather, and I'll go after you.
Okay, awesome. So Tim Elmore was one of my favorite speakers of conference, second only to Kimberly, of course. But just a lot of what he had to say was just super awesome. He was talking about the generational differences, and I know Rebecca will get more into that. But he also was just talking about being a leader. And I had heard his analogy before, and so it just stuck out to me extra this time because it's one of my favorite ones. But he was talking about
The Wizard of Oz. If you've seen The Wizard of Oz, it's one of my favorite movies anyway, but there's 3 different leaders in the movie. There's the Wicked Witch, and she led with manipulation, being scary. There's the Wizard, who led with intimidation, who ended up just being a regular guy, so he was a fake. And then there was Dorothy, who didn't really think that she was a leader, but all along the way, she showed her new friends that she met that they had everything they needed. You know, they didn't need the wizard. The Scarecrow already had a brain, and the Tin Man already had a heart, and the Lion already had courage, and she helped them, and they followed her all the way to Emerald City because she was such a loving leader. And it really sticks out to me. I want to be a Dorothy as a leader for my team, and I can tell you that I'm going to be wearing red sparkly shoes in my NMD speech.
That's awesome. Oh man, I love that. I'm still trying to wipe my eyes from when Alice was recapping.
I know. I said, oh, Rebecca's
speeches. I'm like, oh my goodness, those are always my favorite. And it's always when first timers come to conference. Well, shoot, I've been to, I don't know, 12, 14 conferences. I still cry. So I was looking for the picture. I'm going to continue with Tim Elmore. I was looking for one of his pictures of one of his slides because it was pretty funny. So he did talk, like Heather said, a lot about generations. I'm not going to talk too much about that because I want to talk about his clothes. But it was so funny. He put up like the next gen, their text message codes, and it's like, you know, LOL and B4N, and he had us all like guess what they meant. And I don't know, out of the 12, I probably got like 6 of them. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of like half there. And then he put up senior generation codes, and it was like ADT, at the doctors, BYOT, bring your own teeth, CBM, covered by Medicare, BFF, best friend fainted. So it was just, that's not all of them, but it was just, he was just, you know, talking about the differences in generations and how we need to, you know, we're going to have all generations that we work with on our teams, either if it's, you know, our uplines, you know, our downlines, or our sideline buddies. We're all, you know, in different generations. And he put up kind of the 5 different generations. And it was just really fascinating to see that. He also talked about in our world, how we all want speed, convenience, entertainment, nurture, and entitlement. Like that's what our world is like right now. And he said, you know, consequently, we tend to assume that slow is bad, hard is bad, you know, boring is bad, risk is bad, and labor is bad. But it's in those times when you're slow, when it's hard, maybe when it feels boring, you know, the daily tasks of doing something over and over again, the repetitive things, the things that are easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. The risk that we take by sharing Juice Plus with people and sharing this business, and then labor, you know, it's work. It's, you know, we have awesome energy, and so our work is easier, and that's our mindset. But all of those things are looked down upon really in this society, in this world, in this generation that we're in right now. And those are really what form our character, what form really strong character. So I thought that was really good. And then his clothes was amazing. He talked about passing the baton, and I actually, I have it on video. I put it on my team page, so if anyone wants to watch that. And then also Heather shared a link of the YouTube video that he showed at the end about the football team and just how they pulled together. But what I want to quickly talk about is he talks about in the 2008 Summer Olympics, and I remember this, as soon as he said it, I remember this. Both of our men's and women's relay teams were picked to win a medal, and in fact, they thought probably they both might win a gold medal. Well, come to find out, they both dropped the baton, both teams, so they didn't even medal in either men's or women's side. And so he talked about, you know, steps to avoid dropping the baton. First step, there's 5 steps. Slow down, connect with people. You know, we talk so much about going fast and surging and all that stuff, and that's great. But in the midst of that, we need to slow down and really connect with our customers, connect with our team. We've heard this over and over again, that relationships are everything, right? So build those relationships. Number 2, clear communication. you want to make sure that everyone is on the same page. And that's why we're doing Zoom calls. That's why we're communicating so well with you guys. You have to make sure that we're all going in that same direction, right? We're all on the same train tracks. We're all going parallel to each other. We're not going all these perpendicular ways. It's so important. Clear communication. Number 3, proper timing. We all know about this, right? Heather Crawford was a customer of mine for 4 freaking years. You know, like, it's all about timing with people. So just believe that you're doing the right thing and trust the process. It's all about timing for people. And then number 4, a firm pass. You have to pass that baton, and you have to do it. You have to do it firm. You can't just, ease it in there. The person's not gonna catch it. And so you want to rise up leaders and trust them and give them that firm pass, that firm handoff. And then number 5 is my favorite part, is letting go. Once you firmly pass that baton to that leader, whether it's your first sales coordinator or your, whatever that may be, wherever you're at in your business, wherever you feel like you can let go of that person, kind of wave at them and say, I trained you well. I trust you. I know that you're going to be an awesome leader in your own right. And, cheer them on and be there for them, behind them all the way. But you can watch them run their own race and, right to the finish line. So, and then he said that all of this happens in times of transition where it's in times of transition where we are most vulnerable. So right when we're passing the baton to our team members is right where we're most vulnerable. So just make sure that you're passing that baton correctly. So that was Tim Elmore. And then who's it next? Becky? You're going to talk about something.
Yeah, I'll talk about something. Thanks, Rebecca. Hey, I can talk about conference. Well, the overall impact of conference was awesome. And the whole conference, I've been to a couple, and the first couple were just such new and fun experiences that I took it all in. And I had to tell you today, or this weekend, I just kept thinking, man, I wish this person was here. Man, I wish that person was here. And there's so many people, like all of you guys, I wish y'all were there, because the feeling of conference and the belief that was built was amazing. And I came home just fired up about my business. So I was going to talk about Jennifer and Sean Myers. They closed conference they spoke on Saturday morning at conference. And they spoke about 3 things, about belief, about designing your life, and then about taking action. So with belief, they said, if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And it's a great saying, but they truly believe that. And they want us to believe that about ourselves. And they said, my past does not equal my future. Be intentional about our business. And then they went into designing our life, that we need to have the right mindset. They said there's 3 kinds of mindsets. There's the drifting life, there's the driven life, and then there's the designed life. And that's the one that they want to encourage us all to have, is to be able to design our lives. And that's what's awesome about having our own business. And then they went into a little bit of depth about that, about getting clarity about what our priorities are, if it's spiritual or family or legacy or health, marriage, relationship, finances, career, giving or education, what our priorities are, and get clear on those while we're designing our life. And then ask ourselves if our calendar reflects our priorities. And just really get clear on my priorities. So this was a lot to take in and to reflect on, and thinking about that. And then the biggest thing that really impacted me was they talked about creating markers in time. And a marker in time, when we're telling a story and thinking about what happened in the past, there's always something that can trigger, whether it was before or after that marker of time. Like for me, when I talk about before or after I had one of my babies, before or after a pregnancy, before or after I got married, those are all my markers in time. So I started thinking about what markers in time do I want to create for my future and for my kids. So that was really impactful for me to start thinking about and start planning and designing our life, thinking about those markers in time. And then just that it takes time to get in the game and to focus. For Sean and Jennifer Myers, they decided to take a year and go sailing with their family. They took their kids out of school and homeschooled them and went sailing for a whole year. And so when they think back, they're like, what was that before or after the boat trip, So I just thought that was amazing that we can live these lives, and any of us with our businesses have that ability. We can all do that if we want to do that. So that was the biggest impact about what they said. And then they said, take action, because action changes things. So wherever we're at right now, we can take action. We can take take the belief, and they said belief creates action and action creates belief. So we need to just get strong in that belief, which is what going to conference did. And what being around each other and plugging in on these calls and really learning about the product and listening to each other and being in the community, getting strong in our belief, and that is going to create action, and action is going to create belief. So we need to take action and then have gratitude. And then he closed with, what do you do when you have a crazy day? And all sorts of things go on, and it's a big old mess at home. And then all of a sudden you have a call you're supposed to be on. And he said everyone should have a showtime ritual of what to do really quick that gets you in the mindset for that business call. So he showed us what his showtime ritual was, which somebody can explain to you. It was really fun. And I just have yeah, see, he had something under him. They were like Apollo Creed's boxer shorts, I think. Pretty sure is what they were. Not that I looked, but I'm pretty sure that's what they were. So it was really funny. He was like Uncle Sam or whatever. So it's just what he does to get in the zone and be ready for action. So that was really fun. And then they said you get to decide what you're going to believe and what you believe will affect your experience in life. So being there at conference, seeing these people, especially when they took a lot of time this conference to personalize everyone in corporate so that we got to know them as people more, got to know who their families are more, and got to know each of the speakers, like where they came from. So we could really see that they got this. They got where they are by taking action, and how strong their belief is in the business and in the product and in themselves. So that was my takeaway from Sean and Jennifer Myers. All right, who's next?
That's it.
Take Robin.
I'm next.
Woo!
Hey. Well, I am just going to share briefly with you guys what it was like to get SSC and walk the stage. But first, I wanted to tell you this was my first conference ever having team members there. And that is absolutely incredible. So first, I'm going to show you a quick picture of my team that came this year. Right there. Because walking the stage as SSC means little without your team, because obviously you don't get there by yourself. I didn't get there by myself. I got there with my team, and my team pushed me. So I remember walking across the stage and looking for every single one of them, because that's the reason I'm up there. I was up there because of each of them working their tails off and sleeping a little bit less for the month of February and calling in a lot more people than they've ever probably talked to, and just pushing it because they believed in me, and they believed in our team, and they believed in the product. And so it means way more when you have a team that's involved. And, looking back, it's so worth it. Like, it's so worth it. Like, when I think about you guys, and so many of y'all are going to get SSC before St. Louis. And I just want to say, like, it is so worth it. It's worth it to take your team and push them to a new level and see what comes out of them, because it is so true that, you know, when you hold a higher standard, they may not always meet that standard, but they're going to come higher than where they thought they could. And in the end, you're going to have really good results, because your team is going to have more belief in themselves. They're going to have a higher paycheck. They're going to have helped more people. And they're going to have had a lot of fun with you guys doing it, because that was one huge thing for our team. Was it was just a blast, because when you pull together and you do something with one goal, one mission, it's just so powerful what can come out of it, that my team is like, why are we not doing this again this month? We need that. It was so much fun together. So, yeah, I just want to say it's all worth it. It's worth it, you guys. It's worth it to push yourself, you know, to put aside a few things for a month or 2 months and push yourself to the next level, and, you know, contact more people than you ever have, and just do it. Just know that, you know, do the work, trust the process, and the right people will come. And that's true, I believe. You know, my team, I had gone for this a year ago, and it just was not the right time and not the right people. But man, when it's right, it's right. And for you guys, you just keep doing it, keep doing work. But I really believe in those bursts and those surges of doing extra to see where you really can pull your into, because I think he surprised. And so anyway, yep, love it. Pretty exciting. And we're going to have Robin Cohagen speak next about being a first-time conference attendee, and she's on my team too, so she's awesome.
Hi, everybody. So I'm excited to see all your faces again. But I just wanted to say, before conference, everybody was like, I'm so excited about conference. And I was thinking, they're crazy. Are they just like trying to make everybody else want to go? Or I didn't get it. I almost did like a video of myself saying, what is conference about? Like, why are they so crazy excited about it? And then like progressing, I didn't do it. But it was wonderful. So going and hearing everybody talk was impactful, and I now understand why people cry when they hear NMDs talk, you know, give their speeches, because I was crying too. And that was wonderful to hear all the different walks of life that people come from, and even to think of people in my life that are in this situation or that situation that I was thinking of, and just wishing that my friends were there with me. And then Beth kept saying, Robin, do you know that we're on the best team? Do you know that we're on the coolest team in the whole company? And I was like, yeah. I mean, I went along with it, but I didn't really know. I mean, yes, I knew that she knew Dr. Sears and the Phillips and other people too, but I didn't catch the gravity of it until Kimberly gave her contagious speech, and we all went up on stage, and when her mom hugged her at the very end of it, you can see it on the video, it was just so like, well done, you know, that moment of, we did it. All of us together came up and showed how amazing she's been as a leader with our team. And even sitting in the audience watching people snap pictures of her slides and things that she was saying, they were like, we don't have this information. We don't do this stuff. We don't have this kind of system in place. And somebody came up to me later and said, are you on Kimberly's team? I don't know how she knew, or maybe she just asked, but she said, we don't have anything like this in place. I'm trying to get a hold of her. And I said, you're going to have to give her a little time, because I'm sure thousands of people are trying to get a hold of her now. But after Kimberly's epic speech, we went outside, and I was taking Everly, this one, with me, who should be in bed. Oh my gosh. But I was like, should I take my car seat? I don't understand. What do you mean we're taking vans that don't have seat belts? I mean, I was freaking out. But then this huge party bus showed up, and I was like, wow, we're taking a Greyhound. I didn't know. So I'm like getting on the bus, and there are these like pink and blue and green lights everywhere, and I like got on and saw down the whole road that it was, you know, we were going to party on this bus. It was amazing. I've never been on anything like that before. And everybody just started dancing and having a great time and celebrating. And it was that moment being on, I see y'all all laughing and nodding your heads. I'm enjoying. But that moment where we're on this bus in this great place with wonderful people, that was like a sisterhood of strong, passionate sisterhood and brotherhood, Wes, you know, for you too, of strong and passionate people who love the Lord, love people, want to help people, and are, you know, wanting to be healthy. That moment just kind of culminated all together for me. And I was just sitting there watching everybody dance, and I just started crying. I had these tears flowing down my eyes, and Beth, you were crying. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, how lucky am I that I was invited to be here? Like, I could have missed this. I could have missed the fun of tonight and having a sisterhood again in my life to do something like this. Well, I'm so glad I said yes. I'm so glad that I made it happen to come to Phoenix. You guys, I never told Beth this, but I almost didn't get to come at the last minute, and I did anyways, and we sacrificed to come. I mean, I'm not rolling in dough, and I don't think a lot of you are rolling in money either, but we made it happen, and I'm so glad that I did. And seeing all your faces all the time on Zoom, I've been like, they look like cool people, but now I've hung out with them and I want to hang out with them more. Like, I'm thinking every day, man, I wish I had more time with Becky Gilbert. Man, I wish I had got to hang out with Sarah and Heather and these other people that I didn't get to spend enough time with. And you're all my sisters. You're all my friends now. And I remember Beth saying, I love making new friends with my business. And I was thinking, don't we all have enough friends? I mean, I have enough friends. But you guys are my tribe now, and I love it. And I'm so thankful that I got to go to conference, and now I know that we are in the best team in the whole company. And now I'm confident in offering the business to other people, because I want to say, you got to come. You got to come get on the bus with me and join me in this party, because it's not just about making money, and it's not just about like trying to sell people on something. You're helping families get healthy and free. And I love that one speech where somebody was saying, it was Jamie Kinsey saying, we have to change the world one family at a time. We have to change our health system. We can't let it keep going the way that it's going. And so that's our jobs. So I'm so glad that I went. And now I'm going to be one of those people saying, you have to go to conference. I'm so excited. So there you go. That's all I had to say.
Oh, that's awesome, Robin. I love it. And we have a new hashtag for our team. There's room on the party bus for you. That's so great. All right. Well, we're getting close to the end, but I wanted to give Christy Zacharias a chance to share. She watched from afar on Periscope, and she has been to lots and lots of conferences with me and been in this journey with me for a while. So I'd love to hear just what's on her heart and mind. And she's also going to share a story about what we bring that we learned at Kentucky Lakes Boot Camp. So Christy?
Yeah, it was so amazing. Heather, again, thank you so very much for Periscoping. I was like glued to Periscope. I'm walking around Walmart listening to Jay Martin. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. I can still be a part of it, even though I'm far away. But it was just, yeah, like I was crying, I'm laughing, I'm dancing. At the end of it, you know, my girls and I played Uptown Funk, and we were having our own little dance party, and it was just so cool. You could feel the energy like all the way back here in Nashville. And I woke up the next day and I'm like checking Facebook to see what all the comments are. If anyone's posted pictures, I'm liking them all. And it was just really, really cool. But when we were at Kentucky Lakes Boot Camp, a speaker, I forget her name, I don't know, one of the speakers shared this really great story about potato salad and about going to a picnic. So you guys like going to a picnic, and she's talking about how, you know, I really like potato salad. And then she's like, oh, I really hope somebody brings potato salad. And then, you know, a day or so later, she's like, oh man, I really wish someone's going to bring potato salad. And she's like, you know, the next day is like the day of, she's like, I really want potato salad. Someone's got to bring potato salad. And it finally dawned on her, she's like, if you want potato salad, bring it yourself. So if you guys want new team members, go make new friends. If you know what Kimberly says, just feed your people. So I'm making potlucks all this week, salad parties. If you want people, provide food for them, they will come.
So bring the potato salad.
Bring the potato salad.
If you want new friends, go out and be a friend. That's awesome. Bring the potato salad. All right, very cool. Well, before I wrap up, is there anything else that has popped into your mind that you guys that we forgot to share, or anything else that came to mind for the two that were there? Okay.
Well, Kimberly, I've been hearing something about a spring surge on our team.
Yes, and that is what I am going to talk about. All right, so Rebecca Downing, will you unmute yourself and we can share about our 90-day Team Energy Surge?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And before I do that, there's another new hashtag on our team that we're going to build some curiosity around, and it is H and then the number 4 and L. H for L, and this is from Alice Harden. She came up with this, and it stands for Healthy for Life. So use that hashtag, and people will be going, "What's H spelled?" I can't talk. H for L. So that'll be a lot of fun. That'll just be our team's, little, I don't know, secret hashtag, secret code. Okay. Before Rebecca talks about the 90-day surge, I'm just going to really build off of what Beth said about, just taking that time period where you surge and you go all in and you set that goal and you go for it, because we have seasons in our business where we surge and we have seasons in our business where we're solidifying. Don Rathman teaches us that. Surge and solidify, surge and solidify. So we're going to be talking about a surge over the next 90 days that we're going to be doing together as a team. And, what this is all about is setting that goal so that you have that sense of urgency for yourself. Like, this is really about, it's about others. It's about how many people that you can help. But it is it's dialing up your intention. And Jeanette Rotruba at Kentucky Lakes Boot Camp also talked about this. She said, she was talking to one of her team members who was saying, I don't know if I can get 10 customers, by the end of the month. And she said, well, what if I paid you $10,000 to do it? And the team member said, well, yeah, if you're going to pay me $10,000, I could do it. So she said, well, see, why? Because you dial up your intention. If you dial up your intention, it can be done. So we all need to be thinking that way. Like, if there was $10,000 on the table, could you do it? Yeah. Could you get your BF, or could you fast track to sales coordinator, or whatever your next goal is? I mean, yeah, you would do it, right? So treat it like that, because in the long run, doing that goal is worth $10,000 to you guys anyways. So just have that time period where you dial up your intention. And the other thing that is good about doing this is it gives you lift off in your business when you surge. And Eric Worre does this great analogy about a plane. Rebecca, do you want to do the analogy about the plane?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we know that we have the monthly goal of, we always have like this monthly goal, like the minimum is 5 customers, an HLP, turning that HLP into the, 2,000 plus. They call it the Royal Crown activity. So that's what we do consistently, and sometimes we get a little bit more, sometimes we get a little bit less, but to really, so we're keeping our plane, we're on the runway, we're keeping it on the runway, right? But to really get momentum and to really take off, to get that plane up in the air and get that plane up at 10,000 feet, we have got to have a surge. And you'll hear this over and over again, surge and solidify. So this 90-day game plan is going to do that. It's going to push that throttle all the way forward to get that plane off the runway. Because yes, we want that consistency on a monthly basis, but we also need that big surge to do something that we've maybe never done before, to step out of that comfort zone like never before, to get that plane just going up in the air, straight up in the air, and and taking off. So we have to have that lift off, and that has to be a big push. And it's not for a long period of time. It's for a short period of time to get that plane off the ground.
Right. So we're going to do together as a team. We're going to do a 90-day surge where you come up with a plan of action. And there's 2 ways that you can participate in this. Number one, if you're new to our team or you're a DD, you have not yet achieved your 2,000 plus. And what I love about our company is you can always reset. And Rebecca Downing is an example. She reset her 2,000 plus like 6 times, and now she's almost an NMD. So
it gets more time. Every time she tells a story, it gets more times and more times.
It was 10 months. I lost track of how many times you said, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then, yeah. Anyway,
me too.
I got a teaser. But see, that's the beauty of our business. We grow as we go. And when you set the goal, you dial up the intention. It doesn't matter if you get close or if you end up achieving that goal. It's you pushing yourself, because what that does is that means more lives are changed. So if you don't have a goal or you don't push yourself with a surge like this, then who are you missing out on the opportunity to touch their lives? That's what I want to know. And, if you guys saw my clothes, I just, is it worth it? Is it worth it to go all in? Yes, it is, because so many lives can be changed. So that it's all about others, you just have to get yourself out of the way. And a great way to do that is to set the intention and go for a surge like this. So number one, if you are brand new to our team or you are a DD, then set that intention to hit your 2,000 plus and find 3 team members to join our team. And this is such a great time because you guys got to hear about what a great timing this is in our company, but also just for our team. I mean, sidelines want to be a part of our team. So why wouldn't your friends want to be a part of our team? And there's room on the party bus for them. So this is a great time to take advantage of inviting people in and just saying, I'd love for you to be a part of this amazing team. We're having so much fun. We're making a difference in the world. Come on along. There's room for you. And then the second way is if you are already at 2,000 plus or you're a sales coordinator or above, then you fast track yourself to sales coordinator essentially by sponsoring 3 2,000 pluses. Rebecca, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So we're really calling it the power of 3. And like Kimberly said, we're not really putting a title really behind it. We're just going out there and finding 3 people that you want to partner with, direct to you over the next 3 months, April, May, and June, that you want to help get their 2,000 plus. So no matter where you're at, in this business, if you're brand new, find your 3 people that you want to partner with. If you've been doing this business as long as I have 6 years, I'm going to go out there and find 3 people that I want to work with, and we're going to give you some tools, and we're going to continue with the power of 3 and give you 3 tools to we're not just going to tell you to do this. We're going to give you a roadmap, and Kimberly and I are going to roll that out before the end of the month. And really, when you really talk about a 90-day surge, the GoPro style, like Eric Worre talks about, you really need to set it up. So right now, starting right when we get off this Zoom, you want to already be having a list of people that you want to connect with even before the month end, because you want to have at least one of those people started and going April 1st. And so we're going to do all out massive action, starting now and just lining up these people, because, you may need to sign up, 5, 6, 7 team members in order for 3 of them to do it. Like, not everybody is going to catch that vision right away. Like Kimberly said, it took me 10 months to do my 2,000 plus. So we want to find those 3 people that you're going to lock arms with and just go for it over the next 3 months, and get our team to 100 Club by St. Louis. And we need a bunch of 2,000 plusers in order to do that. Just a lot more people on this mission. So exactly, design your team. That is exactly, we're going to do like a beefed up design your team. And we do this every month. We pick 5 people every month. So if you're new, or, restarting here, like pick those 5 people and just, what are the next steps? Exactly. Like, what do you need to do with them? And then if you're a little bit more of a seasoned veteran, I mean, I'm going to make a heck of a lot bigger list than 5 people and just go out there with intention. We've been so good the last maybe since last conference, even a little bit before that, of just beefing up our customer bases. I'm so proud of, my personal team and everybody else on just really increasing our customer base. So obviously that's still a focus, but right now, this is the time to surge and get more people on our team, because in our original starter guide, it says, my capacity to affect, people is limited by the hours in the day. But if I create this amazing team of people, we're going to be able to touch way more lives over the next, 3 months, 3 years, 13 years, 30 years. So there.
Woohoo! So like Rebecca said, start with 1 sheet, but some of you want to probably fill out 2 or 3 sheets, and they don't have to be on Juice Plus yet. You want to look at people that are credible, connected, money motivated, entrepreneurial, positive, cause oriented, ready for a change, likes to help others, self-starter, teachable, health conscious. So make sure you have this form. This is the old one actually, because I didn't have my new one pulled up yet. But if you go to our virtual office, it's on there, or if you go to missiondrivenmodel.info, it's at the bottom. The DYT or your team leader can help you find it. But fill this out, and then the next step, sometimes that's brainstorming with your team leader. You may not know what the next steps are to share or connect and help that person along in the process. So that's what we're here for, is to brainstorm with you guys. But you're looking, like Rebecca said, for those 3, the power of 3, because no matter where you're at in the business, if you surge with 3 team members, you create so much excitement and energy, and you get that lift off, and then you're like chasing that momentum. And I've done this twice in my business in the last 2 years, and it's just been incredible to watch the results. In fact, Beth Wiley was part of my first surge that I did, and I didn't even really know what I was doing, but I came home from conference really excited about owning your life and the GoPro, and look, Beth Wiley is the senior sales coordinator now. So was that surge worth it? I think so. So I'm excited about this. We are going to be, like Rebecca said, getting some training videos out to you guys, giving you some more tools, and some really cool incentives are coming your way. So prepare now by doing these sheets and getting on calls with your team leaders to brainstorm, because I will be offering a spa day incentive. Tara and Carrie have been a part of that. It's super fun, and I will come to you if you're long distance. So, Audrey, I can't see your face right now, but I really want to, because I know your wheels are turning, right?
You're gonna have to go to Texas too, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know. Robin and Taryn both are gonna.
And Melissa Bird.
Are you gonna have me in Texas? So super exciting, you guys. And then your own team leaders too have some cool other incentives. But we're just really excited to do this together and to see what we accomplish together, because more than ever, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are stronger together. And as we journey this path together, then we have the capacity to impact thousands of lives. And that is what is in our hearts to do, is to impact 10,000 lives together as a team, and then go from there. I mean, that's really just the, touching point or the tipping point of what really we can do as we create this amazing movement. So there is room on the party bus for all your friends. So get bold and courageous about inviting people to be a part of this mission. And remember the 5 F's from our launch call. People join this business not just for finances, but for fun and friendships and fulfillment and freedom. Freedom might be time freedom or financial freedom. But there are lots of different things that this business brings to people's lives to bless them and bring bring amazing things to their future. And I have experienced all 5 of the F's. I'm so grateful for what this journey has meant for me, my family, and for our exciting future. So are you guys pumped? All right, who's gonna? Now it's time to unmute and let's hear some Uptown Funk. So, and I just want to say, as a team, like, don't believe us, just watch. You don't believe we can get to Hunter Club by St. Louis? Just watch, right? Don't believe us, just watch. Woo! Woo! Love you guys.
Thanks. That was awesome.